Hi, my name is Christy, and it's been a while. I have been in a complete, just creative wall. Why did that happen? Oh. But I gotta be honest, I'm very frustrated. Very frustrated. Okay. This is one of those where I'm like, I don't know if this video is going to make it out because I don't know what I'm doing. And I have recently pushed through, and I think I'm ready to share a project with YouTube again. So, what pushed me over the creative wall was making a circle and turning it into a top, which turned out very cute. So, we're gonna make another one, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. So, I decided on these pink and orange colors because it's just the exact opposite of the blue. So, I have some variety in my wardrobe. It matches a lot of accessories that I already have, and I just think that I'll have a lot of places to wear it and a lot of outfits to put together with it. So let me show you the seam here. All right, this is the seam. So you can see that I'm carrying up the yarn for each one. So yeah, there will be no weaving in of the ends except until the end. So yeah, this should be pretty easy to do, a good little spring project. I am excited to do it. I think the funnest part about this style of top is that you could do any shape with it. The most popular one I've seen is the Colt Gaia flower top that has 5 flower petals, and then it just is like a halter top with just a corset type in the back. So it's basically backless. And this is the exact same concept, but just with a circle. So I imagine that you could do this with any shape. I've seen it done with a star. I think a heart would look cute, although the halter would be kind of interesting. But the nice part about this as well, at least the way that I'm doing it, is I'm not adding any eyelets or any holes in it because the fabric itself with the double crochet that we're doing, you can just push the string through wherever you want. And what's nice about that is that the top is very customizable. So the best place to put the straps is obviously right at the bust where you would want like a baby doll type fit. So yeah, it's a very simple project. You just need a circle or any doily pattern and then very long strings. So I went with the double color for mine. You can do as many or as few colors as you want. While we're at it, I'm also going to show you how to make this skinny scarf because it's super cute, and with just a long chain of flowers, you can do anything. It can be a headband, a belt, a skinny scarf, a room decoration, just a garland. I think it will match this top pretty well. We'll just have to see. Okay, let's begin, shall we? In order to crochet a flat circle, you need to have 12 increases on each row. So we're going to start with 12 stitches, and then after that we're going to have 12 increases on each row. No matter how many stitches there are, you still only need 12 increases. So in this case, an increase is just 2 double crochet in the same stitch. So your first row has 12 stitches and your second row has 24 stitches. But then after that, you're only going to put an increase every other stitch and then every 2 stitches after that, because you only need to increase by 12 each row every time. I, for your viewing pleasure, have added a diagram to the screen, and I will also link the website where I got the diagram from, which has a tutorial included. It is best practice, as this diagram shows, not to put the increases right on top of each other, but I do that. If you put the increases on top of each other, your project will turn out slightly hexagonal instead of a circle, and that's fine with me. Moving on to the flower garland, I have included a diagram of how to do the flower. It's slightly different than the last one that I used. You just go straight into the petals without any type of center. And all you do is double crochet 2 times for each petal and then chain your way back down to the center of the petal and slip stitch in. Then chain 2 to go up and crochet another 2 double crochet in order to make the next petal. And the way that you connect it to the rest of the flowers is just at some point, any random point while you're making the petal, to just slip stitch into the one before it and then keep going. I have found that it doesn't really matter which side of the petal you slip stitch into. There are 5 petals only, so one side will have more petals and one side will have less petals. and I tried to carefully even it out. But once you put the garland on or hang it up, you really can't tell. It doesn't look heavy on one side and light on the other since there's an uneven number of petals. But if you wanted to, you could just do 6 petals instead. But honestly, I really like the 5 petals because when I have done an even number of petals, I find that it stretches out and kind of distorts the flower. But with this odd number of petals, there's no distortion at all for some reason. I'm not really sure why that is, if it's just the stitch that I used or the yarn and the gauge that I used, but it worked quite well. I recommend it. Well, the circle is complete. It's slightly smaller than the first one that I did and like 3 rows less. I think what happened is I used a slightly smaller hook and a slightly larger hook, which you can tell from the quality of the fabric. This one is a little bit more holey. This one is a little bit more together. But yeah, this is how the seams turned out. I think that looks great. And the next things to do are to weave in the ends and then make these very long straps. Looks like these are about 5 feet long. I might make them a little bit longer for this top, closer to 6 or 7 feet, because when it crisscrosses across the back, having the extra slack gives you a little bit of creativity with how you want to lace up the top across the back. So I'm going to do a little bit more this time. Up to this point, this top has taken about 4 hours, which is about right because really you're only making the front half of a top and you're not making the rest of it. Okay, next, to attach the straps, this is going to be the top that is the part of the halter. So it's a circle, but there is a correct side. So this is the side with the seam, which to my eye is the most like visually noticeable. So I do not want that to be right up the middle. I wanted it to be closer to the bottom. So here we're going to do the same thing and make sure that we attach our straps on the opposite side so that this is not the center of attention. Then I'm just going to slip stitch, chain, and then just make a very long chain, a little bit longer than what I did for the first top. Now this is a sprint. See just how far we can go. Yeah, and then I'm going to attach the other strap to the same stitch that I put the first one in, and then the top will be done. Super easy, super cute, very summery, kind of festival-y, not necessarily a casual everyday top, something a little more fun, a little more thematic. I think it's very cute. I had to put my hair up. This chain-in was getting so serious. Done. Let's see. It's about 6 feet. I'm gonna do that one more time. Kind of matches. My least favorite noise in the entire world is drinking sounds. So you can rest assured you will never hear a slurp from me. I respect your ears because I respect you. Okay, now I'm just attaching the orange and I'm going to make another very long strap. It's going to take another couple minutes. Voila, 2 straps, which this has got to be well over 10 feet. This must be like 12 feet of crochet. Perhaps in the same way that the squid is the biggest animal ever, this is my biggest project ever, technically speaking. Again, as you try this on, we didn't include any eyelets or anything to string the top together because you don't need them, because you can just push through the holes in the fabric with your finger, which I like this because it makes the whole look a little bit more seamless of having the like circle illusion. And also it's just less work. And then you can have an extremely customizable lace up pattern. So This turned out so cute. Oh my gosh. So I did make it longer, which allowed me to do 3 crosses, which does kind of bring the fit in a little bit more. So it's less like a baby doll top with a little flip and more like a fitted top, which I like that a lot. I'm not going to increase the strap lengths on the blue one because I think that the baby doll fit is very cute. But by making it 6 feet long on each side, that did give me enough slack to do 3 points of contact here instead of the 2 that I'm able to get with this one. And it does give a kind of completely different look. So I am super happy with this. Oh my gosh. Okay, I just feel so beachy and cute. I'm so excited about this. So the stitches are a bit looser, which makes it like slightly sheer, even more festival-y than this one. And that is okay. Summer is coming. This is 100% cotton. It's going to do great in the heat. I'm very excited about it. It's very cute. Oh, wow. Okay, it looks adorable. I am super happy with this. There, how's that? Told you this skinny scarf, this garland is versatile. Okay, well, this is my first project back in a long time. And it's kind of the first project that I've been able to do in a very long time because I've been in such a rut. How nice is that? Well, thank you so much for watching and for sticking with me through a slump. I appreciate it. I also want to show you some of my failed projects that I really, really tried to get behind and that didn't get me out of the slump, but were part of the process, we'll say. So the first thing that I tried and failed was just this checkerboard thing, which was either going to become a top or a bag. I had just started it. I even filmed an intro for it and got a couple rows in, hated it, didn't want to do it, put it down. I still do not know what to do with these yarns, but we'll just have to figure it out. I don't know. Maybe I'll finish this and turn it into a bag, but honestly, it is ugly. I put it down for a reason. I don't like it. And the other thing that I tried to do was, here it is. I tried to make a tapestry with a quote, and obviously I got to the first letter and have put it down, but this was the quote. Good enough is good enough, which was kind of trying to tell myself, like, just make something. It doesn't matter. Good enough is good enough. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist and can kind of feel like there's always more that I could be doing. And sometimes when I have the thought in my head, oh, that's good enough, I immediately say, no, it's not, keep going. And so now when I look at something and I think it's good enough, I say, yep, good enough is good enough. So print it, send it. And I don't know, is this good enough? Just doing 3 rows, is this good enough? I think if I do finish this, instead of saying good enough is good enough, I'll just stop the quote here at good enough. Because I think this says everything that I need it to say. And I know the full quote, but yeah, I don't think I need to good enough is good enough, crochet the entire thing. The point gets across with just this bottom row. So if I finish this, I'm just going to stop at halfway. Yeah, so I just wanted to share those because I have a lot of failed projects like that. And this is just a time where I had a lot of failed projects back to back where my idea didn't come through, or I lost the spark halfway through, or the base idea was bad to begin with. And yeah, so I just diverted to making something very easy, very cute, which will hopefully become a staple of my closet this summer. Maybe, maybe not. I was also thinking how cute it would be to wear this as a top with one on one side and one on the other. Is that possible? Let me try. I feel that this sufficiently answers the question of if you could. The question of if you should is still up for grabs. There's something here though. There's something here. It's not in the back, but there is something here. I like this. It is intriguing me. I'm visualizing better ways this could be done, but I do like it. I don't not like it. But yeah, the point is these tops are very versatile. You can do a lot with them. I personally feel very secure here. I don't even know how I'm going to get out, but the way that these colors are playing together, the way that these colors are playing together, the shorts are fine. I'm pretty happy with this. So for that, I will say thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. So I cannot decide if this use of a claw clip would be prosecuted in a court of law as a crime or not. I need a haircut, but I don't want a haircut. I like my long hair. I think it looks crazy. I think I look like a witch, and I like that. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.